Our spiced potato cutlets are perfect for the holidays. And paired with our raw coriander chutney, it becomes a complete meal. Without further ado, let's get on to the recipe. For the tofu crumble, you'll need firm tofu, unhulled tahini, balsamic vinegar, Madras curry powder, and salt to taste. The tofu is replacing ground meat, which is what is used in the traditional recipe, so crumble the tofu to a similar size. Some slight variation is fine. In fact, I think it makes it a bit more interesting texturally. I prefer to do this with my hands because it's easier to control the consistency of the crumble. We really enjoy making content for you, and to help our channel along, please remember to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. Add the balsamic vinegar, Madras curry powder, tahini, salt to taste, and then combine and massage the flavors into the tofu crumble. Once marinated, scatter the crumble onto a lined baking tray. Try and make the layer as thin and even as possible. Place your oven on bake at 180 degrees Celsius or 355 degrees Fahrenheit and cook for about 15 to 20 minutes. If you have an oven that's on the smaller side, then you'll need to cook it for slightly longer and mix and turn more frequently during the cooking process. Keep a close eye on it, and what you're actually looking for is a nice golden brown colour. In the recipe, we use a combination of white and sweet potatoes. This is because the white potatoes are more savoury and are what is used in the traditional recipe. The sweet potatoes have a higher concentration of natural sugars, which are released when they're baked. And these natural sugars, combined with the cornflake crumb, provide a crunch and a golden brown colour without the need for oil, which is what we're all about. Peel the potatoes, chop them into pieces and steam. I prefer to steam my potatoes for this recipe because it prevents them from getting waterlogged and mushy, which can happen if you boil the potatoes. If the potatoes get too mushy, then it's tricky to form them into patties. You'll need Spanish onion, frozen peas, crushed garlic, and our tofu crumble. To a hot pan, add your chopped onion and cook until lightly brown. Then add the peas, crushed garlic, cooked tofu crumble. Turn off the heat and set aside. Mash and season the potatoes, then set aside. Grind the gluten-free cornflakes until they become the consistency of a fine breadcrumb. Scoop a mound of potato mash and flatten out using your hands. Dip your hand in water to help form the shape and to stop the mash from sticking to your hands. Then, on the center of the mash disc, place a generous amount of filling, leaving space around the edge. Place more mash on top, flattening out with your hands. If there are gaps, place more mash in those gaps and flatten down with slightly damp hands. Place in the cornflake crumb and coat generously. Transfer to a lined baking tray and repeat the process. Bake at 180 degrees Celsius or 355 degrees Fahrenheit for around 20 to 30 minutes or until golden brown. For a simple and quick raw coriander chutney, you'll need 1 ripe avocado, a bunch of coriander, stalks and leaves, 1 lime and salt to taste. Remove the roots from the coriander and roughly chop. Deseed the avocado and scoop the fruit along with the juice of 1 lime and chop coriander into a high-speed blender. Add some salt to taste and then blend until smooth. If you would prefer the chutney to be more liquidy in consistency, add some water. Thank you so much for watching, and for more oil-free and gluten-free vegan recipes, check out our website.